In the silent peaks where the air grows thin, a master of the unseen mind awaits the coming storm. Every twitch is a ripple in the psychic ether, a physical manifestation of an internal odyssey. Its biology is marked by silver and scale, anchoring a spirit that threatens to drift into the void. Though its eyes remain closed, its senses are wide open, mapping every vibration of the darkening world.
The threshold has been reached, and the vessel must now change to contain the mounting pressure within.
In a violent surge of biological energy, the meditator is reborn as a warrior.
Kadabra emerges, his body armored, and his mind sharpened to a razor's edge. The spoon is no tool. It is a conduit, vibrating with the sheer intensity of its master's will. Staggering from the weight of its new form, it wanders toward the yawning abyss of the underworld. The wind dies as the warrior steps into a sanctuary of stone and silence.
Something shifts in the darkness. A predator that has waited centuries for this intrusion.
The hunted remains oblivious, tracked by eyes that thrive in the absence of light. Gengar awakens, a creature of malice and mass, hidden behind a pebbled purple hide. It revels in the fear it sows, its stout body floating like a heavy purple ghost.
The strike is met with a shield of compressed will, an explosion of energy in the dark.
Battered and outmatched, the warrior feels the suffocating presence of the Shadow King. With every wet impact, the predator closes the distance to its cornered meal.
The ghost moves through stone, but a reflexive whip of a tail keeps the Reaper at bay.
Adrenaline surges as the reality of the predator's strength sets in.
Waves of cold, spectral energy drain the vitality from the Golden Warrior. The spoon falls, the mind falters, and the shadow closes in for the kill.
In the heartbeat before the end, fear is replaced by the cold, binary logic of a superior mind.
A second awakening shatters the physical vessel, releasing the true master of the mind.
Alakazam has risen, a bronze monarch with 5,000 IQ, built for precision. Floating on the currents of its own intellect, it transcends the terrestrial plane.
Every fiber of its being, from the whiskers to the bone, is charged with static psychic potential.
For the first time, the subterranean king knows the chill of true vulnerability. A crossing of silver, a crossing of worlds. The pressure of the mind crushes the physical space.
There is no defense against the sheer velocity.
The mountain yields to its new sovereign, stones dancing in a gravity-defying display of will.
The resonance builds, singing a song of cold, blue, biological focus.
The shadows are torn open. There is no shelter for the ghost from the light of the moon. Its ears twitch to the frequency of the future, predicting every shift in the atom. The final verdict delivered. A crushing singularity of psychic sovereignty. The final verdict is delivered. A crushing singularity of psychic sovereignty. Emerged from the dark, the sage returns to the mountain, an ancient consciousness under the stars. For the first time, its gaze turns upward, reflecting an intellect older than the world itself. The cycle of the mind completes its ascent, reigning over the prehistoric dawn.
Dawn breaks. A tiny shroomish awakens, shaking off the morning dew to start its day.
Its sharp senses awaken. A sudden shiver as a strange scent catches the wind. Driven by curiosity, it clumsily hops over ancient roots through the dense forest ferns.
At the rushing stream, it pauses. Across the water, a mysterious blue glow beckons. A reckless leap and a slip. Panic sets in as tiny feet scramble on wet moss. Inside the dark hollow, the prize, a glowing rare candy pulsing with hypnotic light. One bite. Instantly, a surge of raw, primal energy courses through its veins. Fueled by this strange power, the tiny creature darts across the forest floor with incredible speed. But nature is harsh. A torrential downpour turns the ground into an unforgiving, muddy trap. Sheltering under a massive leaf, it shivers in the cold, waiting out the storm. Night falls. Driven by instinct, the glowing creature scales a treacherous, moonlit cliff. Muscles strain against gravity. Dust crumbles as it fights for every inch to the top. On the ledge, it devours the candies. Its body reacts violently to the energy overload. Collapsed on cold stone, steam rises from its twitching body. Its biology is rewriting itself. Time passes. The creature enters a rigid, pupa-like state, silently expanding under the shifting sky. Dawn reveals a new form. Heavy and disoriented, it stares at its muddy reflection. Deep in the misty swamp, it pushes through dense vines, adapting to its new body. Frustration boils over. With a violent headbutt, it shatters the thorny roots blocking its path. There, bathed in a single ray of swamp light, lies the ultimate prize, a master candy. Eyes locked on the shimmering wrapper, heavy breathing. Hunger wrestles fiercely with survival instinct. It swallows the candy. An invisible shockwave rips through, freezing every muscle in place. Explosive evolution. The fungal skin tears and bones crack as the body elongates violently. From stubby nubs, elastic limbs shoot out like lightning, revealing razor-sharp, glowing red claws. The mushroom cap hardens, the neck extends, and a predatory jaw with sharp teeth forms. An explosion of golden spores. From the thick fog, a towering, bipedal shadow slowly rises. Breloom emerges, a perfect fusion of flora and fighter. It flexes its deadly new weapons. A heavy, crushing landing from above. The earth cracks and dust billows under muscular legs. Fast as lightning, its rubber-like arm stretches and punches a high fruit in a blur. It eats with the precision of an apex predator. Sharp eyes scanning the horizon. Testing new limits. Rapid-fire punches and high kicks showcase terrifying flexibility and power. No longer a slow forager, Breloom sprints through the forest, vaulting obstacles with blinding speed. Spotting a shivering shroomish, it pauses, gently releasing a soothing cloud of spores to comfort it. Standing tall on a mountain peak at sunset, it strikes a perfect martial arts stance. A deafening roar echoes. the sheer force creates a visible shockwave, bending the air itself. Night returns. The warrior sleeps, but one glowing eye remains half open, watching the dark.
In decay silence of the midnight hour.
From the cracks of the forgotten dead, a spectral energy begins to leak into our world.
Matter coalesces into mind, forming a ghastly, a fragile consciousness born of toxic vapor.
Without a solid form, it is a prisoner to the whims of the wind, fighting simply to exist. The elements are merciless, as every raindrop threatens to disrupt its delicate electromagnetic field. Weakness attracts scavengers. The Murkrow scents a fading light.
Its gaseous defenses are useless against the physical precision of an avian attack. Driven underground, it finds temporary refuge in the claustrophobic dark. Pushed to the brink of extinction, its biology triggers a desperate, violent metamorphosis.
From the vapors of sharp, cruel, and solid.
It examines its new weapons with a curiosity that is both childlike and deeply sinister. No longer bound by stone or wind, it returns to the surface with a new mastery of dark energy.
The prey has become the predator, and the Murkrow learn that the shadows now fight back.
Seeking denser hunting grounds, it migrates to the ancient forest, flying through the air like a phantom. But the forest has its own demons. A Houndoom, a beast of fire and darkness, blocks the path.
Elemental fire tears through the night, proving that even a ghost can burn.
Speed is the only option, but the relentless hound closes the distance with terrifying endurance.
There is no hiding from the darkness. The sanctuary is shattered.
In the face of death, it finds salvation not in the light, but deeper in the dark. It enters the shadow dimension, a cold, abstract plane where it must claim true density to survive.
The ground itself begins to boil. The darkness is condensing.
A grin forms in the abyss, fueled by the sheer will to dominate.
Gengar, solid, heavy, an apex predator born from the void.
The hunter becomes the uncertain prey in the face of this new, smiling bulk.
Flesh and bone attacks mean nothing to a hide toughened by the shadow dimension.
It weaponizes the very light around them, striking from the enemy's own shadow.
The eyes pulsate with ancient rhythm, overriding the will of the victim.
It feeds not on flesh, but on the sleeping mind, the ultimate parasite. The city calls. A concrete jungle where shadows are deep and prey is plentiful.
It treats the boundary between dimensions as a playground, reveling in the fear it sows.
Physical interaction is now effortless. The ghost has become a solid force. Claims the skyline, a king of the urban night, where the wind howls like a mournful spirit.
Old rivalries reignite on the rooftops. Psychic mind against ghostly matter.
It moves with impossible fluidity, dodging light by becoming darkness itself.
This is no mere trick. It is a dense, crushing singularity of ghostly power.
The wind that once blew it away now breaks against its immovable form. It savors the victory an ancient intelligence hiding behind a playful grin. And just as quickly as it appeared, the shadow returns to the night, watching, always watching.
Deep beneath the Earth's crust, a Larvitar consumes its weight in soil, driven by an insatiable hunger to grow.
Its jaws can crush diamonds, but in this darkness, strength is not the only requirement for survival.
The air grows cold. Instinct warns of a presence that thrives where the light fades. Gengar, the shadow hunter, stalks its prey from the one direction they cannot defend. Above, silence is broken by the sudden weight of a predator landing.
Rock meets shadow, but physical force struggles to harm a creature of fluid darkness.
Gengar summons the cold void, condensing it into a sphere of pure malice. The impact would shatter lesser creatures, but Larvitar's skin is forged from the mountain itself. Pain turns to fury. It calls upon the earth to crush its tormentor. Even a ghost must fear the mountain falling on its head. It strikes with a paralyzing toxin, turning the rock-hard skin into a cage. Cornered and paralyzed, hope seems lost in the suffocating dark. But survival instinct is a powerful catalyst. Deep within, a dormant energy awakens. In a blinding flash, the soft flesh is shed for an armor impervious to pain. Larvitar, a living fortress, hovering in silent defiance. The predator is baffled by prey that has become a stone.
Blow after blow rings hollow against the impenetrable casing.
Inside the chrysalis, immense pressure builds, waiting for release.
Greed turns to regret as the meal turns into a weapon. With the force of a cannonball, shattering the silence in the enemy. But the mind is still vulnerable, and Gengar strikes at the consciousness within. The fall shatters the containment. The energy can no longer be held.
The mountain trembles as something ancient and powerful demands to be born.
From the debris rises a king.
Tyranitar, the armor of a mountain and the fury of an earthquake. It summons a storm of grit and fury, turning the very air into a weapon. There is no hiding from the storm. The shadow is revealed by the sand. Every step is a geologic event. Attacks that once threatened its life now barely scratch the armor. It returns the darkness tenfold, pulsing with raw malice. The ghost is pinned, its ethereal escape routes closed by sheer exhaustion. It summons the mountain's teeth to deliver the final verdict. Trapped by stone and fear, the predator realizes it is now the prey. The end comes with the crushing force of a collapsing mine. Victory is absolute. The shadow flees back to the deep earth. Alone in the settling dust, the king claims his throne, The old paths are too small. We must carve a new way to the world above. With a single swing, the darkness is shattered by the light. He emerges not as a survivor, but as a titan, ready to reshape the land.
And the mountains themselves bow and echo to their new master.
Deep in the frozen peaks, human ambition lies buried in ice, a forgotten tomb of science. But in the cold silence, an artificial heart beats, and a new consciousness awakens. It rises from the chemical soup of its birth. Mewtwo, not born, but engineered. Every step is a test. It flexes power that crackles with the unstable energy of a living weapon. Emerging into the wild, it surveys a world it was never meant to inherit, alone. It hunts not with hunger, but with the cold, calculating logic of a superior mind. It moves like a phantom, silencing the wind itself as it glides through the timberline. Even the forest's apex predators freeze before a force that defies the laws of nature. Invisible hands grip the air. To Mewtwo, the physical world is merely something to be rearranged. When the dam breaks, raw kinetic energy reshapes the landscape in a violent burst. Seeking control, it retreats to the storm, meditating within a shield of pure psychic will. The mountain holds a secret catalyst. The body begins to mutate, hardening for war. The mind yields to muscle. Mega Mewtwo X, a biological siege engine unleashed. It moves with terrifying speed, shattering the earth with the weight of absolute physical power. Every strike is a sonic boom. In this form, subtlety is replaced by devastating impact. Stone turns to dust in its grip. It is a masterpiece of aggression, forged in genetic fire. Shedding the weight of flesh, it ascends, seeking a purity that the earth cannot offer. Gravity loses its hold. Mega Mewtwo Y, a vessel of light, unbound by the ground below. Its mind expands to the cosmos, a consciousness as vast and silent as the stars themselves. Leaving the atmosphere, it becomes a ghost in the void, watching the fragile world spin. From here, it commands the storms, a lonely god, drifting in the cold vacuum of space. Threats are erased with a mere thought. Silent, instant, absolute. The gravity always wins. It returns to us, burning through the sky like a fallen angel. The impact shakes the peaks. It survives, but the cost of such power is exhaustion. Back in the ruins, it finds only its reflection, the king of a kingdom made of broken glass. A fleeting touch of life reveals a soul beneath the power, tragic and misunderstood. As the sun sets, it stands apart, a singular being, separated from nature by its own perfection. The cold offers the only true peace. The psychic fire dims, retreating into the ice. And so it sleeps,